if you can picture this, okay, pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Scientists. Yeah. They're all plugging away at machines. There's a big room. There's a big machine in the middle. All right? Like the Hadron Collider, but like cooler with like maybe some flames along the side painted on there. Sound effects are like brilliant, by the way. And there's head scientist, clearly head scientist, got the best badge. He's in there chatting away. There's background noises as well. Someone stubs their toe. Shut up. And they cough something up. So head scientist, okay, he's like, we're ready. Fire it up. The big collider starts like spinning in a circle, getting more and more powerful. There's like sparks coming off, like, yeah, starts shooting out a beam at the wall, right? Hits the wall. It's like a little fracture starts in the wall, and then it's like starts spiraling into a portal. The head scientist is like, this is amazing. It's working. And the portal pops open. And there's silence. Out of the portal steps Rye. Rye's like, Rye says, hey, head scientist. Head scientist. He walks over. He peels off his beard. Underneath it is my beard. Takes off his glasses. Underneath his glasses, my glasses. Because it was me. I was the head scientist. I'm like, hey man, you made it. Brilliant.
Hey.
The 2IC guy comes up and he's like, we've done it. What dimension are you from? And Rye Boy the boy is like, oh, north side. And he's like, what? And I was like, oh yeah, I know. I just built this because cut down travel. We've got a podcast to do. Rye Boy's like, oh, Wade's on his way through. I just signaled to a scientist. They shut the porthole really quick. I was like, who? So anyway, we've got a podcast to do. Episode 8. Let's do it.
Hey. Welcome to How Can We Help You? That was an excellent intro by Mitchell.
And excellent sound effects by both Rye and the very capable sound engineer and Foley artist, Wayde the Shovel. Nah, that doesn't rhyme. Wayde the Spade is here.
I'm Rye Boy the boy.
He's Rye Boy the boy. We're doing stuff. We're doing a podcast. This is a hospitality comedy podcast. It's a great one. Probably the best one, I would say.
Yep.
Best one based in Melbourne. Yeah, well, Wade seems unsure. He's like, man, I've heard pretty good ones. Hey, let me tell you.
Yeah.
We're pretty popular.
Yes. My mum listened to one.
Only one?
I think so. They're long.
They get on. She probably gets snoozy. We're getting there, right?
Yeah.
But you know who's more popular?
Yes, I do.
True crime.
Oh, yeah, they're huge. Oh, there's a genre, or is there a show called True Crime as well?
Probably both.
Yeah, well, I definitely, I know one.
The genre?
The genre.
Yeah. People love true crime.
Yeah, they do.
People love probably fake crime as well.
That's true.
Also, Dexter was very big.
Yeah.
People love crimes being reported on by two people doing a hospitality podcast.
That's why they're here.
That's what I'm saying. We need people to support us. We need advertising so we can get money, so we can buy ourselves all the best panties.
Yeah. I need the smallest size.
You need the best ones with both of the butt cheeks cut out. But it's not a G-string.
No.
It's still got the sides and front.
Yeah, still like a couple of... Yeah.
Just those oiled slabs sticking out of the back there. That's what we want. Wade again? Doesn't seem sure.
So we're diving into true crime. Is that what we're doing?
We're delving into true crime.
So we're branch out into other genres of podcasts.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
But, okay, so I Googled very quickly. Very little research. I Googled hospitality.
Yep.
Crime.
Did you do a plus sign in the middle?
No, I did it in inverted commas for both of them.
Remember when that was a big thing that you...
Exclamation
you
mark.
did little commas
Yeah.
for each one?
I actually had, when I was at school,
Yeah.
there were classes on how to use search engines
yeah.
that involved pluses and inverted commas, and Google wasn't around then. We used a site, I think, at that point called Alta Vista.
Alta Vista.
It was very popular at the time.
Never heard of it.
Google really took over. Actually, I looked up Crime Cafe, and it came up with a competing podcast, which I've accidentally just plugged, I think. But hey, first thing that came up, bang, out of the gates.
Sure.
True Crime Cafe podcast time.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's do it. I'd love to hear it.
You heard of 60 Minutes?
Yes.
That's what we're going to emulate, because that
Okay,
was
cool.
who did the story.
Okay.
And I thought we've got a lot in common with 60 Minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We're both a bit
Facts.
shit. Both a bit shit.
We've got facts.
Sometimes, yeah. Well, like that, like
60 Minutes has facts.
Yeah.
Pretty sexy.
Yes.
60 Minutes, pretty
true.
sexy.
We don't have enough dun dun music, but
We-
that can be added maybe.
Can be arranged.
Wait.
Wade just said he doesn't have time to do music
That's true.
this week, but that's fine.
Just take what I just did there and just keep putting
Gun,
that over top of everything.
Yeah. Also, it goes for 60 minutes,
This is
and most people don't watch the whole thing. So I saw this thing, and it was like, oh, fucking crime in a cafe, boom.
Ooh.
And I was like, wow. And then I didn't watch it because 60 Minutes is garbage. And I looked up New York Times report on the thing, which is way more interesting.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Coffee murder case that gripped Indonesia ends with a guilty verdict. Oh, I gave away the ending. Ends with a possibly guilty verdict.
Whoa. The mystery.
Jakarta,
Yeah.
Indonesia.
Yeah.
This is New York Times by Joe Cochran. I'll read little bits. I'm not going to just read the whole
Go on.
article out. Wade's laughing at the name Cochran.
What did you think it was? Because Cochrane's
Oh,
the
he
funny
thought it
one.
was Cochran, didn't you?
I thought you said Joe.
Don't talk on the podcast, Wade!
No, I want to hear what you thought
Sorry.
it was.
I thought you said Joe Cocker.
Oh. Who's that?
He's an old musician. Maybe,
He's an old
Maybe he
musician.
did.
Well, probably not him then.
Tweet at us.
No, don't.
No, him.
We're busy.
I'm really not.
Shh. Listen. True crime, okay? This doesn't happen in true crime. They don't do jokes. It's serious. It's about true crime.
Dun dun.
Dun dun. Jakarta, Indonesia. The quiet afternoon coffee date 9 months ago. Oh, this is in 2016. 9 months ago at an upscale Jakarta cafe ended with Wayan Myrna Salihin, after one sip of her iced Vietnamese coffee, collapsed suddenly. Hours later, she was dead. Wow. How's that? That's pretty intriguing out of the gate. New York Times knows how to do it pretty well, don't they? They're pretty good at writing. Essentially, these two women had a coffee date in Jakarta. They were both students in Australia. That's why it popped up first and why I was on 60 Minutes.
Yep.
60 Minutes,
Yeah.
I accidentally said. Referencing how
Pornhub
sexy that show is and we are thusly. But apparently this was a huge case. I know you wouldn't have heard of it because you have never heard of anything.
No, that's
and,
true.
I don't watch much news outside of industry news.
Do you watch TV at all?
I don't have normal TV.
No, me neither.
Because I don't have the right cord.
Yeah, no, me neither.
I probably could have it, but you know,
Why
I've
would
got
you? The internet.
I've got Assassin's Creed Odyssey,
Yeah, right.
so it's fine.
Sure.
I'm busy.
Hashtag not a sponsor, but want to be.
What?
Hashtag not a sponsor, but we want them.
Not a sponsor. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I can't understand you because I'm lost in your eyes. Autopsy of a 27-year-old woman's body found that she died of cyanide poisoning.
Oh,
right?
shit.
In the cafe.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip through it a fair bit because we're not actually a true crime podcast, but I was going to look something up as a joke, and then I read this and I was like, oh, this is actually quite interesting.
Yeah.
So essentially, they meet for coffee, right?
Yeah.
There's
Got that bit.
bags in front. Okay, one girl, the potential murderer,
Yeah.
rocks up like an hour early.
Yeah.
I'm going to put down my notes because I'm just going to wing this.
Yeah.
She rocks up about an hour early and she
Yeah.
puts all her shopping bags down in front of the table so that security camera can't see.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
And then her friend rocks up later. Friend one, possible killer,
Yeah.
has already ordered the drinks.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Girl comes over and they're having a chat and catch up. Murder victim has a sip and complains of it tasting weird.
Yeah.
Killer also has a sip though
Right.
and is like, yeah, it does. Moments later, murdered, frothing at the mouth, dies.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Onlookers have said that the killer seemed completely unfazed. But people always say that about that. You know, you never know what, I don't know what happens. How would you react if you were in a cafe and someone, if you were working, if someone just died there, would you be like, oh my God, someone's dying? So it's you and your suicidal banter. Gee willikers, boy. Yeah, so a friend dies, and then there's all this stuff about the friend, the murder victim, potentially. Her husband, her fairly new husband, is like, it was definitely the friend. She hates her. She doesn't feel comfortable around her. They used to live together. They went to uni together. They went back to Jakarta together.
Yeah.
The murderer, potentially, had broken up with her boyfriend on her friend's advice. And the prosecution's like, that's why, because she took her love away from her.
Yeah.
All this sort of stuff. Girl who was found guilty. I'm sorry that I ruined that.
Yeah, I realized halfway through that you kept saying allegedly or supposedly.
But that's what, okay, more twists coming.
Oh, boy,
right?
Oh boy.
Hospitality. First of all, also, I looked up the cafe.
Yeah.
It looks stunning. It looks like a great cafe. We should check it out if we're ever in Indonesia. It looks great. 20 years in prison.
She spent 20 years in prison? No,
She's
This was 2016, I remember now.
Yeah. I know your maths isn't great, but she's in prison. But the thing is, the ruling was unfair and one-sided, apparently. You never see her spike the drink. She also takes a sip from the drink. Also, cyanide wasn't found in the victim's body at first, it wasn't found during a second test, but it was found much later when after the body had been embalmed. Right?
Okay.
So there was something, but you don't use cyanide during embalming. So toxicology reports were conflicting.
Yeah.
Right? So this girl has gone to jail with fairly unfair trial. And I'm just saying, I looked this up as a joke, and it's actually probably season 2 of How Can We Help You is How Can We Help You Solve This Crime?
Yeah.
Because it's really fucking interesting. And also, here's a little thing from New York Times again.
Yeah.
Intrigued residents have flocked to the restaurant to sit in the booth where she was poisoned and order the iced Vietnamese coffee that was the last thing she drank. The restaurant regularly runs out of the brew. Is that fucking bonkers?
I love people so much.
Oh my God. That's so I was thinking season 3, right? We probably run out of
We do like a travel vlog.
My quick Google said there was only one cafe murder. So we sort of get Wayde to do a few murders. And we start reporting on them. End of the season, we turn him in, and then people just listen to the podcast because this is a podcast where murderer
Do you think it's going to be a bit sus?
Wayde Stabby Boy, that's his probably crime nickname, gets caught.
Do you think it's going to be a bit sus when we're seeing when the first report every single time is just us, and I go, right boy, the boy, Wayde Stubby the murderer. I mean, hang on, sorry, we don't know who it is yet. Somebody's been murdered.
That's the thing. No one listens. So it'll take ages for them to figure it out. The cops will come back to us just like, all right, very clever boys. And then, we'll get all the ads, all the iced tea people. Lipton.
I'm sure there's big money in Lipton.
Are they a good company? Are they they're probably
not.
Yeah.
They're a big company.
Yeah.
I don't trust any of them.
No big companies are good companies.
No.
What's Wayde saying over there?
Are they Nestle?
Oh, they're probably
Are they Nestle?
almost
They could be
certainly owned by
Nestle, yeah. Killing orangutans again.
Oh my God.
Buddy.
Was it Nestle and is Cadbury owned by Nestle or is Cadbury? I think they're a massive.
Nah.
They're like an.
Cadbury's its own thing.
They're a giant conglomerate as well. They own a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
It was Nestle.
Chocolate.
I was thinking of Nestle and Coke just basically own all the things.
Except
so one of them owns
entertainment. It's all Disney. Everything else is Disney.
Oh yeah.
Lipton is not owned by Nestle. Sorry, Lipton. But you're probably also garbage.
Yeah,
but also advertise with us and we'll say better things. That's all I'm saying. Pay us to be nice about you and we will. Hey, this week, we're not going to do true crime. That was just a silly joke. But it's pretty interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. We can be a returning segment if people liked it.
Yeah. I'll find more crimes. It's just kind of difficult because not many...
No, we can do.
Oh, Wayde is shaking his head like that was shit.
Wait,
never
we can do.
that
We can do
again.
casino murders. We can do hotel murders.
Yeah, hotel murders. There's probably heaps.
When we say hospitality podcast, what we mean is Melbourne cafe scene, pretty much only.
You've already started adopting the detective accent.
Cafe?
Man,
Did they say that?
There's a cafe scene.
Cafe scene? Oh yeah, that's true. You're right. I still think they'd say coffee because they're not idiots.
Oh, yeah, but they're doing the thing. You gotta walk the walk, talk the talk.
That's why they get into detective. They just like the accent.
But detectives always order something obscure, like a tall glass of milk.
Oh, sure.
You know, it's like you go into the bar and everyone's like, "Well, you have," and he's like, 3 fingers of milk, see? And you're like, "Oh, he's so quirky and cool."
I just picture them drinking black coffee,
Oh, right.
but call me dull, I guess.
No, I won't.
All right.
You're great.
Thank you very
I
much.
enjoy being around you. Hey, we're going to do some industry news today.
Yeah. I've just got one little thing first.
Yeah, hit me. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
This had better be a pretty good murder you're about to talk about.
No murders. I just had a thought because I went to a bar recently that I really thoroughly enjoyed. All it was basically it was late at night. It was quite quiet.
Best time for a bar. They're closed during the day mostly.
That's true. But we ordered drinks. They had to go get something from out the back, and they're like, "Hey, take a seat. I'll bring it over to you." I was like, "Sweet, thank you very
This
much."
is definitely about a murder, isn't it?
No,
we have to get something from out the back.
And then there's a gun.
Sorry.
Sat down, and it was just a really casual bar. But when she brought over her drinks, we had already gotten some water for ourselves, and she saw that we had already finished most of our water. So she went and got the jug and brought it over to us and said, "Here, I'll give you a bit some more water."
Have a little bit more
And it
water.
just didn't feel like that kind of vibe when we walked in. But then she gave us this table service, and it just made my night.
Ah.
There's these little things, just giving people water in a bar
Yeah.
setting.
Yeah.
It just changes the game for me.
On the flip side of that,
Sure.
oh, sorry.
No, no, you did flip side.
Well, no, thanks so much. We used to go to a bar sometimes after work, and I've been there a couple of times without you. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
It's closed now, and that's probably because it's not the one you're thinking of. By the way, it's closed now. It's probably because they always asked whether you'd had a booking.
Right.
It was a bar, right?
Interesting. Yeah.
I'll tell you which one in the break.
Sure.
But you'd walk into an empty bar,
Yeah.
pretty big as well.
Yeah.
And you're like, you go up to the bar and they're like, "Do you have a booking?" And you're like, "For a couple of beers? No. But I'll take them."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, yeah, usually, so what? Is it a table for 2? I'm like, "I'll just order at the bar and then just drink it and walk around the
Yeah.
bar." But they wouldn't let it. And they closed down. And now it's like an awesome divey place that you can just order beers like a normal person.
Yeah. As you should be able
without
to.
that sort of weirdly being forced
bizarre.
table service on you.
Yeah.
I think it was the owner was like trying to get them to do more bookings, and so they were just asking everyone to book when they walked in.
But if you're in the CBD, if you're in the... Also, actually, I used CBD on a post recently, and everyone thought I was talking about weed. So, in the center of the city...
What?
Yeah, it's another chemical you extract from weed besides...
Is CBD?
Yeah, apparently. So I said, like, "Oh, this is my favorite CBD cafe." And then everyone was like, "What, you got weed cafes in Melbourne? That's sick." And then I was like... Yeah, we have lots of cafes in the CBD. I don't understand what you're talking about. And then, figured it out.
Yeah. But that's absurd because CBD has definitely been around much longer than weed.
I don't think it's used that much out of Australia. I think it's more of an Australian... Well,
this was an international friend?
Yeah, but someone from America commented
Alrighty.
on it. Anyway.
Alrighty. I'll give him that.
I've definitely lost my train of thought. Shit.
You were talking about how you got table service somewhere.
Hey, so I think that so when I go into cafes, I definitely lost my train of thought, but I'm just saying something else instead. When I go into cafes, I'm always the person who just waits and says, hey, table for 2. And they're like, "Yeah, just sit anywhere." And I hate that look on their face, like, "Yeah, you can. We're kind of empty. You can just sit wherever you like."
I hate that
but I
too.
know that if I just go and sit wherever I like in some cafes, you can be like, "Hey, look, we want you to wait here to be seated, or
Sure.
we've got bookings and shit like that."
It's up to the floor staff to guide you.
Yeah.
We've talked about this first episode, I think, is the importance of guidance as soon as someone walks in.
Yeah.
You can't frown at someone for not knowing what happens.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, that covers both my questions so well, actually, because I was going to talk about customer communication, about when you've been on the job for a few hours, it's so easy to lose how things sound to somebody who just walked through the door. You know? Like when you first start your shift, you're like, hey guys, go and take a table for two just over there, no bloody worries. Or you call someone's name like, "Oi, John, I got your big flat white right here," and they go, "Yeah, sweet."
Stop saying bloody at all the customers. You start an hour before I get there, so
yeah, it's pretty.
I imagine you before I get there is just like, "G'day, Dick Spank. Have a couple of these in your frothy little gullet." You're just rubbing bellies and being like, "On your way."
Give John a big slap on the tuchus.
Yeah,
that's why I'm so quiet the rest of the day. I get it all out.
You
real
get it
early.
all out in the first hour.
Yeah. But then after an hour, you just like you do give those looks to people. I mean, not me personally, I'm fucking amazing at my job, but other people just look at people like,
Wayde
what do you?
And I are laughing at you.
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean by what you're saying? And you just get so frustrated so quickly by people not understanding.
Yeah. It's very
frustrating.
easy, I think, from both sides as well, for a server to be like, I've had a shit morning, and you're adding to it with your not knowing something that I know very well.
Yeah.
And it can be the same for a customer to just be like, I've had a shit day. I don't have time to deal with whatever the fuck little gag you've got
What's
going
the
on.
quirk? Yeah.
It can happen both ways, and I think that's important for both of us to understand. Like, I think you often do it with me, and vice versa as well. If we not roll our eyes, but if someone's if we're having a rough day, and you turn to another and you're just like, oh man, they were so rude to me. And the other person is just like, they weren't. It's all right. You've had plenty of good customers, and you just start to go, oh, you know what? Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Like that one or two people that ignored me.
Yeah.
Who cares? And then it happened to me quite recently. I wasn't rude to anyone, but it was just like, I was just being completely ignored, which usually I don't care about. I just give them a smile, do the thing. But then I just had like 4 in a row of just really chirpy customers that weren't regulars. And I was just like, oh, I had it in my mind that it was a bad day. It wasn't at all. I was just being a fucking sook. Chin up. And I think everyone should support each other in those moments rather than someone be like, oh, customers are the fucking worst.
Yeah.
They're not. They're just having a day as
it.
well, just as you are. And you're this tiny little part of their day, whereas your whole job is a massive part of your day. So it's very different perspectives. And just chin up and help each other.
I've worked with a few people, and everyone does. You work with maybe
everyone
one...
dies?
Everyone does.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Everyone does work with someone that you have that banter with that's so centered around it. So you'll have this person and be like, oh boy, here we go again. Another round of this shit every single day. Yeah. And you both just end up spiraling so quickly if you
100%.
If you get into that mindset. And when you don't do it, if you pretend it's good, it ends up being so much better.
Exactly. Yeah. It's that old thing of like, I think there's that thing, laugh in the park was a thing. It was an exercise quite a while ago where people would go to a park and openly fake laugh.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Until they had a great time.
That's good.
And it would produce endorphins, and it was scientifically proven to work, as stupid as it was.
Yeah.
It's a similar thing at work. You just treat everyone with a happiness and kindness. Yeah. Just keep pushing through it, and they'll be kind reciprocatively, and you would just have a better time.
All right, so here's an idea. So at work, we're going to take every half hour, we're going to take like a 30-second break where all staff have to fake laugh at each other, and the customers just get to watch us, and they go, "What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah, no. I'm gonna put my foot down and say no to that. But we can fake laugh, but not like just randomly at customers every half hour. Right, we can go out the back and have a chuckle.
I'm just going to start doing it whenever I feel like it.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, cool.
You can laugh by yourself.
I do.
Yeah. We have had that sort of thing improve. Actually, we have had in the past some staff members who aren't with us anymore.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Some staff who would just like whinge about customers, and we had a staff meeting, and we sort of made a point of saying, if you think every single customer is awful or rude, that's probably your fault.
Yeah.
Because every single person is not rude in the world. So you've got to adjust your attitude so that they,
It's an old idiom. It's like if you meet dickheads all day, then you're the dickhead.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not how it's worded originally, but
if there's no weird guy, on the train,
you're the weird guy.
You're the weird guy, and put your penis away. You shouldn't have dipped it in glitter.
No, that's fun though. That was
Is
bright.
it?
That was bright.
It never comes off.
If you're going to be flashed by some weirdo on the train, and you are going to be, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I would prefer if it was covered in glitter.
Yeah.
I think it'd be insane not to appreciate that.
There was
Not appreciate it, but prefer that over plain dick.
There was a really great eccentric fellow on the train the other day.
Yeah.
Huge guy.
It's a huge dick.
But huge penis covered in glitter. No, huge guy, bald, headphones on. He'd dyed his eyebrows green, had big fat black sunnies on, and glittery bright red lipstick on. And he was just sitting there singing something with this really thick, like maybe Russian accent. And it was some sort of motivational pop song. It was everything about it was great. And yeah, I love that guy.
That's amazing.
He's brilliant.
He's the most important person in my life. I'm all flustered.
My heart's all aflutter.
I was going to calm me down as a bit of industry news.
Oh, I don't need to do it. Wayde will put it in.
Yeah. We're so good at introducing segments. Hey, it's industry news. Here's the thing. Pause and say.
Industry news.
Oh, that's good.
I said a hip. Oh, is that the ketchup song?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good
Ketchup song.
Last ketchup song.
Ketchup song.
Anyway, we're going.
Yeah. So.
If you want to...
Industry news. That's just to get me
Wait
in the mood.
My mum does a thing called poppet plans. Poppet plans. Her grandkids call it poppet. Don't know.
Okay.
She does a thing called poppet plans where she puts her journal up on Instagram. Puts little photos in. Fucking well blogged about us, guys. We're famous on poppet plans.
Yay. That's so cute.
Oh, yep. She's just said I'm great. Fucking nailed it, Mum. You're right. You're not wrong.
Oh, dear.
She's taking photos from the Instagram of how can we help you. She must be desperate for contact, I should call her. All right. Industry news.
Industry news. And now we've all said it once.
Industry news.
Hey, there's a bar and grill called Rockpool Bar and Grill. I don't know where it is. I should have found out. I think it's on South Bank, maybe somewhere like that.
Rockpool? No, I've been there.
Great, tell me about it.
If I've been there, my brother took me there for my birthday one time.
Okay.
And he spent a little bit of money.
You have to. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that's
sure.
right.
It's very
Then
fancy.
it's probably the place.
Yep.
I had some sort of fish. He had some sort of steak or something.
Cool.
And it was a pretty nice time. It was just fun brothers hanging out.
Yeah.
I think I, at the time, was so skint that I thought spending any sort of money on food was just way too much when I could get by on meagerang, no problem. So it was wasted on me, but hey, go on.
A very high class kind of place, though, right?
Oh, yeah, real
Very
fancy.
Yeah. So a previous chef who was working there is now suing them over the working hours that they were doing. They were doing about 70 hours, 70-hour weeks. And the claim the claim that he's making is that he was working from 4 a.m. to midnight with no breaks, doing consecutive days. And he wouldn't go home. He would sleep on one of the pastry shelves in the kitchen, which is ridiculous. It's not a bed.
What?
Yeah.
Is this factual, do you know, or is he...
That's why I put claims in capitals, because this is the claim and it's in court now, and it hasn't been decided what's actually going on yet.
How many hours is 4 until midnight? 4 a.m. until midnight?
Some.
Yep, that's right.
That what checks out?
Yeah, okay. Wayde took a lot longer. It looked like he was going to figure it out, so I didn't even try to do the... And Wayde just goes, a lot.
So he also claims that many of those hours were unpaid, when it worked out to be $12 an hour in the end. We got the fingies out.
No, keep going.
Yeah, so I'll take my time with it. So that's basically
20 hours.
Oh my god, it's -4. Would have been easy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh Jesus.
Wait, you've got to edit this out.
Jesus.
Anyway,
Hey, look, so that's the claim. This isn't unheard of at all. Chefs do crazy hours. 70 is relatively standard in the industry.
it sounds
for
like a quirky French comedy.
Yeah.
You know, like all nestled away on the pastry shelf.
Yeah,
and he's got his
yeah.
little like pastry bed sheet
Aw.
and a little like ravioli pillow.
He's just got dough that he's shook out.
Was it Ratatouille?
Oh,
Because that would make sense.
yeah, because
Yeah, the pastry chef is a little rat. I see what's
I watched the movie Ratatouille. Yeah.
You did?
No, I have in the past. I was.
No, I mean, is this guy that's suing it, is it a rat?
No, it's a man. It's a
Okay,
It's a
it's a
full.
man.
It's a full grown man.
That's so much less adorable.
Anyway, so this is pretty common, and it ties into a couple of other headlines from this week from George. Well, I can't remember his last name. George from MasterChef.
Columbaris.
There you go.
Satan.
He's an arsehole.
He's the
Absolute
worst.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it.
Yeah.
He's in the headlines again because his business group underpaid staff $7.83 million.
And how much did he get fined?
Don't know. I think he's also in court at the moment for it. At the moment,
Wade's weighing in.
$200,000.
$200,000. That's
he-
his punishment.
that's all he
That's
got
like
fined.
robbing a bank
Jesus
and then
Christ.
them just being like, "Oh, you got caught. You need to pay us a little bit of that back.
I'll take this
you can
one
keep
back.
the rest."
Take
Isn't
this-
that insane?
Jesus fucking
Unless
Christ.
maybe I don't know the full thing, but maybe shake or nod on this. Maybe he was fined that, but also has to back pay. Okay, shrug. We got to shrug on that.
Surely, but also it's his group, like it's his business.
Yeah.
So they would maybe pay out everything. So he gets a personal fine, 200,000 maybe.
Yeah, right.
Hey, these
I
are
see.
definitely things I should have looked up prior to reading the headline.
Ah,
out.
fuck it.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. Here's another one. All this is all tying in because we've got some opinions to come after it because we'll just react to all this shit. So the pizza. I'll start again. Sushi pizza place in Sydney.
Sushi pizza place?
Sushi pizza place. You've ever had
Is
pizza?
that the name of it?
No, it's not called that.
That's a shame.
But have you ever tried sushi pizza?
I'd call it Shameful Sushi Pizza Place.
That's a good.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You would have stayed in business.
Yeah.
These guys didn't. And why do you think they didn't stay in business? They blame high wages for it. They're in debt of $436,000. That's not all owed to staff. There were some other things, like they didn't pay builders who built everything. So this last headline ties all this shit together because I'm bringing up all these headlines because it's about the culture around all this. I don't know all the final details of the court cases themselves, but everyone knows it's quite a common thing in hospitality in general for this kind of shit to go on. And so these quotes paint a very, very vivid picture. So the quote is, most of our competitors who have been successful over the past few years have been paying staff under the award rate. It seems the only way venues can stay ahead. Does that mean hospital workers are drastically overpaid for the value they produce for a business? Probably. And his name's Stagol.
That's interesting.
So enjoy that. I got more, and then you can react. We always paid the award and above to all staff. You simply cannot, otherwise the fines are massive. That seems fair. If we weren't paying the award, we'd probably still be open. Uber Eats has really killed midweek dining. Never in our wildest dreams did we think we would be as quiet as we were midweek in the last few months. Our Melbourne business is similar, fully booked on a Saturday night, but all week we can't get anyone in there. And I've put a note here, says change with the times, offer Uber Eats, and fucking have less staff members. That seems like an obvious decision.
It's a careful balance to make sure that your staff wages are at the right amount, which is generally 30%, ideally. Casual staff members and weekend casuals cost you a fuckload of money.
Yeah.
So you have to roster accordingly.
Yeah.
They do get paid a lot considering they are the ones that care the less.
Yep.
Less? The least?
The least.
Thanks, Wade. But that's all part of it.
Yeah.
It's part of the game.
Yeah.
It's not a huge profit margin sort of business.
No.
If you are struggling to compete with a certain aspect of the industry currently, you need to evolve with it.
Yeah.
you do need to offer Uber Eats,
Yeah.
essentially.
How hard is that?
Yeah.
Can't be that fucking difficult.
Midweek dining, people still want to go out for dinner. They don't go out of desperation. They get Uber Eats out of desperation or comfort. If they want to go out, they go out. It's not generally like, oh, I don't feel like cooking. Let's go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's generally, I don't feel like cooking. Let's get something cheap or have leftovers or whatever.
Yeah, so it's not going to eat
Have
it. It's not
delivery
going to eat
pizza.
into your profits
No.
in that way anyway. Yeah.
If you don't feel like cooking and you feel like staying home, even before Uber Eats, you would get delivery whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's a fair complaint.
No, I'm just really tired.
Also, I think they should stop putting sushi on their pizzas. That might have been the issue.
yes. Oh my goodness. Also, this has been universally panned. Like,
It's nice that they paid award, though.
Yeah, it's great.
Good on them.
It's absolutely.
But also, we pay award.
Yeah,
And, we do.
everybody should.
Fine.
I get
Pretty
that.
good.
I get that. It's
I won't give you the exact numbers
no, you should.
because I almost did once and Wade had to edit it out.
And then we found our professional feat.
Yeah. And I won't do it again. Okay, I'm going to do it now.
So here's one more quote, because, all right, originally the business got off to a flying start and it was looking great. Then the election, double long weekends and cold weather hit. And like most venues nearby, our revenue dropped about 40% and a new business with loans couldn't survive. Plan ahead for winter.
Yeah.
This is such a dumb
Drop
thing. I've
all
seen
the casuals.
so many fucking places do, especially when I was in the country. And I don't see it as much in Melbourne because I've worked at not a lot of Melbourne cafes, but I've worked through several of them through winter, and they work it out. You work it out because you know what's coming. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, my business dropped 50%." It's like, well, it's fucking cold out.
Yeah, it's freezing. A big thing you have to do is change menu. Yeah, you need to have a seasonal menu.
Yeah.
No one's coming in for papaya salad in the winter
Or sushi pizza.
or sushi pizza ever in any season
Any
of
season.
ever. But you have to change your environment a little bit. Even if you can change up your decor seasonally, if your sort of space allows you to, depending on what kind of business you are, you can do that.
Yeah.
You can offer a little bit more. I like the places that go a bit Nordic when it's winter, and they give you like fat woolly blankets
Yeah.
or like candles all over the place, and they move out all the palm trees and they move in just like cool things.
It feels like for millennials who can't afford heating, let alone can barely afford their rent, it feels like they're going home to their mums who does have heating.
Yeah.
It's a nice escape. Because
Yeah,
you go,
exactly.
They've given me a warm blanket
Yeah.
and a chai.
Bring in
It's like
a
I'm
cool
home.
little potbelly fire in the middle, or just an old oil drum that's
Yeah.
got the top cut off.
You
and
can turn
start
it,
a
you
fire
can light
in it.
anything on fire.
Yeah, burn it all down.
quote me on that.
Insurance.
Oh boy. Hey, last little thing to tie this all together. The union.
Yep.
I don't know which.
What union?
Ours, maybe.
Rugby.
Rugby union. They're sick of hospital staff getting underpaid, so they're fucking campaigning
Thanks
for
for
us.
fighting for us, boys. Ruck. Is that a thing in sport?
Rugby.
Rugby.
It's a tough magpie. Hey, so I guess the hospitality union, I'm sure there's multiple ones, but fuck it, whatever. I've wrote unions, and that's not enough information. They're calling for 25% pay increase for casuals. And
For casuals?
For casuals.
Nah. Get out of here.
Attempting
Tell
to
that union, eat my butt.
attempting to make full-time and part-time work more attractive to employers. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, full-time and part-time work is attractive to employers.
But so many places don't do it. This is why I wanted to bring it up
Fools.
because that's the thing. Yeah,
That's because they've been so comfortable with. I'm so sorry, I've cut you off, but they're so comfortable with.
I was asking for your answer.
Cash in hand at the moment,
yeah.
and now the whole industry is shifting in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Brisbane's been about by the books forever.
Yeah, right.
Weirdly, I only know about Brisbane and Melbourne. I'm sorry, but Melbourne has always done cash in hand. It's always done the dodgy. Mm-hmm. And so now things are changing, and the only way to be affordable is to offer people the security of full-time
Yeah.
and part-time and pay them accordingly for
Fucking
that,
sweet.
which is great.
Yeah.
Um,
I was shocked when I worked my first job that gave me holiday pay and sick pay, and I got I'm sick. And then I called my boss and I was like, yep, sweet, no worries. Just send me a thing
pack it
and you
in.
get paid for it.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking
Whereas
about?
I used to do I used to be sick and go to work.
Yeah, 'cause
because
you
I
can't-
needed that,
You
what was
can't
it?
afford to not do it.
$18 an hour as an adult working in a car.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's so embarrassing. It's not embarrassing for,
still
for us.
doing-
It's just an embarrassing situation. It's just so shit.
It was stupid. So those people, it's not, no, you don't need incentive to start hiring full-time and casuals.
Yeah.
People will just start to realize as the laws become so much stricter in hospitality.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
They're just going to realize oh no, I need a trusted employee who works full-time and cares about this place as much as...
And it's so good. It's so good having the same people in every day.
Oh, yeah.
Who know what the fuck they're doing.
Now, guys, we've
walking on
got-
your phone, I wonder who I'm working with today. And you're like, cool, you got fucking Jimmy and
All my
Johnson
boys.
and
and girls. Yeah.
yeah.
I call it's really bad. I call all our staff the boys.
That's just an internet thing. Everyone calls everyone
Yeah.
boy.
Except you, I call you Boo too often at work, and because you'll hand me something, I'll be like, "Thanks, Boo."
Yeah.
And one of the girls handed me something today, and I started saying "Thanks, Boo."
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, "Oh no, that's weird to say to someone I'm not friends with,
Yeah.
and is also a female, and I don't want to be,
Yeah.
disrespectful in any way, or I don't know,
Yeah,
weird."
yeah.
So I thought I better change this, and it came out as "Thanks, Boob."
You are nothing but one single boob to me. You made it much better.
And
well done.
she had already walked away as I was panicking, being like, "Oh fuck, what have I done?" So I think I dodged that weirdness.
I definitely have to stop myself saying baby to people.
I know.
Yeah.
We
but also we used to just say baby, but now I just say thanks, baby.
yeah, I know.
And
Yeah,
so
we've got
that's-
far too blasé with our pet names for each other, and it's way too easy to say it to other people, especially as some of our other baristas become better friends with us.
Yeah.
Outside
exactly.
of work, and then we start being like, "Hey, baby,
Yeah.
no worries."
Yeah.
Anyway. At
least they know
poor
that there's
girl
no
that I
worries.
called Boob. She'll be right.
All right, baby. Hey, let's get on to it. I think it's about time for a sponsor.
Gotta make that money.
Bing, bing, bing. A thin line creeps slowly across the barren wasteland, splitting it in two. Stretching out from the unknown lands as if a creature from dimensions long forgotten reached out, seeking to rip those that don't grind bro from this world and consume their wretched souls in the next. The sands of time wait for no one. The steady march of the hour hand renders all powerless. We are but pebbles to be swept away by the current and to break upon the rocks of the eternal. Only one thing can anchor you. Only one thing can ensure your existence is not at its very essence folly. You need fuck off energy! Let's not beat around the bush here. Your hands aren't clean of the blood of all those below you. Never will their forgotten names sail on the whirlwind of your battle cry. You're a warrior, a mighty behemoth here to do but one thing and one thing only, succeed. And never on this plane of existence or any other has anyone worked their way to the top of the pile of battered, bloody, desecrated corpses we call the industry by simply knuckling down on willpower alone. You need fuck off energy! We take 17 shots of espresso and extract their life-annihilating properties from the oils and solids by use of a centrifuge and mix it with an ever-rotating roster of yet-to-be-graded and temporarily legal strains of methamphetamines. Add the screaming soul of an orange for that zetrous detonation and a pinch of sugar, approximately 3 stone, and then we compress it all down to fit in a vial no larger than a baby's ring finger. And after throwing that down your iron gullet, even God will step down, offering you the position citing, "It's time to focus on my kids and model railway." So you need fuck off energy! Straight up murder someone.
It's time for feedback. For feedback. Feedback.
Thanks to Wade's lovely mum for that intro. Hey, feedback.
That's my favorite bit.
Hey,
You.
people have said stuff, and I've said, "Hey, stop that." Now let me tell you about it. First of all, the screenshot next to the screenshot of the review I'm about to read out,
Yeah.
I'm going to read out that screenshot.
Sure.
It's barely hospitality related, but it's a photo, and it says, "A rare bird spotted in England turned out to be a seagull covered in curry." And it's a photo of a seagull that's orange. It's fucking awesome. Anyway. True story. Hey, give me the name. Okay, first of all, I've just got one, and it's quite big.
Sure.
But it's a vegan deli, right? So people who know who are vegan or have been to vegan places are kind of going to know where it is anyway. There's only one that I know of.
Okay.
And it's pretty well known. So just give me the name of a place. What do you got?
Mildred's Hut.
Mildred's Hut. I like it. That's a good place.
It's actually just feels like a name.
It feels, yeah.
It's probably better than dog.
Feels like a first and last name.
Yeah.
Mildred Sut.
Well, Mildred Huz and fuck, I can't do.
Stop
I
it.
can't do a Jabba the
That's
Hutt
enough.
impression.
All right, Mildred's
Ooh,
Hut.
boy, nipple, nippy, pinch.
This person says, one should never have to ask the question, what is this turkey made out of? As a yeah, okay, hold. It's rife with this bullshit.
Great.
As a non-vegan, okay, so she's knowingly gone in
Yeah.
as a non-vegan to try some of the vegan deli stuff.
Yep.
Brilliant. I've done that too. There's a bacon and egg McMuffin there. Oh, baby. It's so good. It doesn't taste like bacon and eggs, but
Yeah.
it tastes so sweet and beautiful. And
Yeah.
I think they use sweet potato in the yolk.
Oh,
It's
that's
brilliant.
great. Dear.
I debated for a week about posting my opinion on Mildred's Hut, but I figure other non-vegans might be curious about my experience at this 100% vegan establishment. The amount of glowing reviews was overwhelming. Those are pretty accurate, I'll say, in my opinion.
Yep.
So I thought I would be open-minded and try it myself. Nothing open-minded about it. It's just normal food, guys. Aside from the bland-tasting $16 Cuban that I ordered, the prices really are that outrageous. That's what she said, and that's what I will say as well.
Yeah,
it's really fucking expensive.
It's hard. No, I'll save my comments
Save
till the
it
end.
for a moment because it goes on for a while. Bottom line is that everything here is fake.
Yeah.
And this deli, in inverted commas, is everything that is wrong with processed foods today. I was shocked with the lack of sandwiches made from actual foods that come from the earth. If you are looking for faux meats and cheeses, this is the place for you, right? If you're looking for faux meats and cheeses, this vegan deli is the place for you.
That's in the name.
However, if you are looking for quality vegan options made from real fruits and vegetables, I would suggest investing in a wholesome meal from, give me a restaurant name that's vegan that's nearby.
Big Mama Love Tons.
Big Mama Love Tons. The staff was pleasant and they offer a variety of items in their shop front, but I will never return.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm blown away by this. It's not even one that I found particularly funny. It's one I found outrageous because I am a non-vegan and I quite enjoy going to a vegan place.
You eat lots of vegan food.
I eat lots of all foods, really, to be fair. I had a meat lover's pizza. And listen, this is the first time I've made this joke, but I don't even love meat. I made that joke 3 times already.
Yeah, you can tell by our raucous laughter.
Yeah. One should never have to ask the question, what is this turkey made out of?
Yes, you fucking should. If it's a fucking vegan turkey, if they say it's a vegan turkey,
if it's
it's
vegan
not
turkey, you generally say, what's it made out of?
Yeah.
As a polite, like, oh, wow, it tastes really good. And I'm well aware that vegan food doesn't taste like the thing it's imitating.
Yeah.
It generally just looks like it.
I think vegans know that too.
I think they do. Sometimes they trick themselves because they haven't had
This tastes
those
just like
things in-
chicken.
Yeah.
And it does not.
It tastes like barbecue sauce, guys.
But it
Relax.
satisfies a lot of all that I'm looking for in a vegan substitute for meat or anything, especially when it comes to vegan chicken, is just mainly the texture. Or there's just the tenderness of a chicken. I'm looking for that kind of feeling, and that satisfies everything I need.
Yeah.
I walk away like, sure, it didn't taste exactly like chicken, but I got that
Yeah.
feeling from it.
How about this, where the bottom line is everything here is fake, and this deli is everything that is wrong with processed foods today. Everything here is fake, as in, I suppose it's not real meat, which is in the fucking whole premise.
name, yeah.
Also, processed foods. I don't understand why people are claiming that a vegan place has to be healthy.
Yeah.
Vegans aren't necessarily healthy. They just, I would say there's a
this
couple of different
before.
kinds. They're generally either low impact, don't like the flavor, or hate animal cruelty.
Yep.
Either like don't like the farming practices that ruin the environment, don't like killing animals because they love animals,
Yep.
or they just hate meat,
Yeah.
which the flavor of it. Cool, that's
Yep.
fine too. But they do want a fucking fat vegan donut.
Yeah.
They do want some bacon and egg McMuffies, and it's got this sweet barbecue sauce. I don't know how to go on about it, but oh my God. They sell out so quick, right?
Yeah.
You got to get in early. I fucking love
If you
that
deep fry
thing.
anything processed, it's still deep fried. It's still shit for you. It's
great.
That's so much fun. It's the perfect thing. I've had people though. We've had vegan cakes at work, and someone's like, "That looks delicious. I want one of those." And I said, "Yeah, sweet. It's a vegan chocolate raspberry cake."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, okay. Is it good?
Yeah.
Does that mean like it's healthy?" I was like, "What the fuck? No, I said chocolate and raspberry cake. Those
Exactly.
3 words mean the opposite of health."
Mate.
Except raspberries are pretty good for you. They're not a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
All natural sugars though.
My girlfriend made a cake for my good friend for his birthday. He has a cat called Trill the Realist, and it's an orange cat. And she made him a cake that is an orange cat's head,
Yeah.
right? But she had in it, so it was all red inside. So when you cut into it, it also had pockets of jam. So you cut into the cat's head, and it started bleeding everywhere. And it was fucking tasty, man.
Yeah.
I think he had, as a non-vegan, 3 slices. It was a vegan cake.
Yeah.
He had like 3 slices. I can't eat dairy. That's why it's generally a vegan cake.
Yeah.
I had a couple. Boy, oh boy, what a good cat's head.
Vegan cake tends to be, in my opinion, way better because it's usually thicker. It's usually more moist.
Yeah.
Especially when you get like your vegan brownies and shit like that. A vegan brownie's always fucking banging.
Yeah.
Never had one that wasn't.
I've pretty much only exclusively had dairy-free cakes and brownies, so I don't really know. I imagine people who can have. Wade, what are you?
Sideways
saying
look from Wade.
He's staying out of it.
All right.
I imagine there's a lot of people listening who are just like, no way. But if you were forced to seek out really good vegan cakes or dairy-free cakes, etc., you'd be surprised at what you're getting. Guys out there who don't have to do that sort of thing.
Also, gluten-free cakes, I think, are always banging. They're sweet.
Always banging. Definitely not always banging. I've had some rough ones.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm only getting them in cafes, so they're choosing pretty good bakeries to get them from.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you're using like almond meal or something like that instead, they're so dense and so.
If you're
rich.
looking for quality vegan options made from real fruits and vegetables, rye,
They're
this
almost-
is not the deli for you.
They will be.
None of their fake meats are actually strawberries. I was really disappointed by no strawberries in my meat.
What do you think they're making their meat out of? Does it play a lot of soy products, a lot of tofu and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, that's what I don't give a shit. It
You know,
tasted amazing.
soy's a
and it's
bean.
not it wasn't a healthy option. It was like a fat fucking sandwich that does cost way too much. It's very expensive, but I imagine their overheads for cost of goods is probably quite high.
Yeah, a lot of process.
But even the head chef, one of the head chefs, this is making it really specific, but there's 2 head chefs, and one of them isn't even fucking vegan, and they run the deli and the restaurant that's across the road.
Yeah.
She's not even vegan. She's just a really good cook.
Yeah.
So she knows what is your fucking phone on?
Yeah, sorry, bro.
Oh my God, so unprofessional.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Look.
this has been How Can We Help?
Yeah, bloody has.
And I feel like we helped you a whole lot this week.
Yeah, we did a lot.
I had a really good week.
I think we've done very
Here,
well.
outside of this, it was fun.
Yeah. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we were doing really well last time, so we came in here and we're like, we already sucked all of our energy.
Yeah.
But this week was a bit dreary outside, it's very cold and miserable, and so we were like,
We also got drunk early. That helps.
that's true.
Hey,
We support drinking heavily.
no, we don't.
Right,
We
right
definitely
does.
don't. Right to us.
No,
I don't.
I really don't.
I'm
Don't.
an adult.
Don't.
Look after yourselves out there, kids. Make good choices. Make good vegan options for me, and send them in the post to How Can We Help You podcast.
Preferably in just Glad wrap bags.
Yeah, Glad Rabbit. Write How Can We Help You podcast on there. Put it in the post box. The mailman knows where we live. Thanks for listening. If you made it this far, thanks Rise Mum. Thanks Wade's mum for that song. We'll make love to your ears later.
Love ya.